In this video series, we'll tackle 10 challenging PMP exam questions designed to sharpen your skills and deepen your understanding of project management principles. These questions will cover major knowledge areas, process groups, and key concepts you need to excel in the exam. Each question will be presented with clear multiple-choice options to simulate the actual exam, along with detailed explanations for the correct answer, helping you grasp the why behind it. Whether you're refining your knowledge or testing your readiness, these lessons will give you the confidence to approach the PMP exam with clarity and precision. Let's dive in and take one step closer to becoming a certified project management professional. 1. What is the primary difference between a change control board, CCB, and a project sponsor? A. The CCB approves changes to the project scope, while the project sponsor makes decisions on resource allocation. B. The CCB makes decisions about project scope and budget, while the project sponsor oversees the project and supports the project manager. C. The CCB is responsible for project quality, while the project sponsor is responsible for the project's success. D. The CCB resolves conflicts within the project team, while the project sponsor approves the project's budget. The correct answer is B. That the CCB makes decisions about project scope and budget, while the project sponsor oversees the project and supports the project manager. The CCB specifically handles changes to scope, schedule, cost, or other project parameters, while the project sponsor is a high-level stakeholder who provides direction, support, and resources to the project manager. 2. A project's stakeholder register is updated. What is the most likely reason for this update? A project milestone is reached. B. A new stakeholder is identified. C. A change in the project's budget occurs. D. The project's risks are reassessed. The correct answer is B, that a new stakeholder is identified. The stakeholder register is a living document that should be updated whenever a new stakeholder is identified. It helps keep track of stakeholder influence, interests, and requirements. Three. You are managing a project where the team has completed a major phase, and it's time to review the project performance. Which process should you be using? A. Perform integrated change control. B. Monitor and control project work. C. Direct and manage project work. D. Control scope. The correct answer is B. Monitor and control project work. This process is used to track, review, and regulate the progress and performance of the project, and identify any changes that may be required to ensure the project is on track. Four. In the plan communications management process, what should the project manager consider when defining the communication requirements? A. The number of team members involved in the project. B. The stakeholders' interests, communication preferences, and impact on the project. C. The project's budget and resources. D. The project's risk analysis results. The correct answer is B, to consider the stakeholders' interests, communication preferences, and impact on the project. When planning communication, The project manager must ensure that communications are tailored to stakeholders' interests and needs, ensuring effectiveness and that key stakeholders receive timely and relevant information. Five, during project execution, you are facing an issue that could impact the project's success. What should the project manager do first? Take corrective action based on the project's risk management plan. B. Contact the sponsor for guidance and approval. C. Document the issue in the project risk register. D. Escalate the issue to the project sponsor. The correct answer is A, to take corrective action based on the project's risk management plan. Project managers should first refer to the risk management plan and implement corrective actions to mitigate the issue. If the issue cannot be managed, then it can be escalated or further addressed through other processes. Six, you are using the Earned Value Management, EVM, technique to measure project performance. Which of the following indicates that the project is ahead of schedule and under budget? A. CPI equals 1.0 and SPI equals 1.0. B. CPI 1.0 and SPI 1.0. C. CPI 1.0. D. CPI 1.0 and SPI 1.0. The correct answer is B, that a CPI greater than 1.0 and SPI greater than 1.0 indicate the project is ahead of schedule and under budget. A cost performance index, CPI, greater than 1.0 indicates the project is under budget, and a schedule performance index, SPI, greater than 1.0 indicates the project is ahead of schedule. Together, this shows a project performing efficiently. 7. Which of the following is an example of a lag in project scheduling? A. A lead time where a task can start before its predecessor finishes. B. A delay between the completion of one task and the start of another task. C. A task that cannot start until a dependent task is completed. D. A task that is scheduled after a milestone has been achieved. The correct answer is B, a delay between the completion of one task and the start of another task. A lag is the intentional delay between two dependent tasks. It is a gap or waiting period before the next task begins after its predecessor finishes. Eight. You have identified a potential risk that could affect your project. Which of the following is the first step in the risk management process? A. Create a risk management plan. B. Monitor and control the risks. C. Perform qualitative risk analysis. D. Identify the risk. The correct answer is D, to identify the risk. The first step in risk management is identifying the risks that may impact the project. Once identified, further analysis and planning can be done to mitigate or manage those risks. 9. You are managing a project with a fixed budget. The project team has encountered unanticipated technical difficulties that may increase project costs. What should you do first? A. Implement cost-saving measures to absorb the extra costs. Perform a cost-benefit analysis to assess the impact. C. Ask for additional budget approval from the sponsor. D. Assess the situation and identify potential alternatives to manage the cost impact. The correct answer is D. To assess the situation and identify potential alternatives to manage the cost impact. First step should be assessing the issue and considering alternative approaches to manage the cost overrun. If additional funding is needed, the project manager can escalate the issue for sponsor approval. What does a work breakdown structure, WBS, represent in project management? A. The project's deliverables and the required tasks to complete them. B. A detailed budget for each project phase. C. A list of all risks and their probability of occurrence. D. The communication plan for reporting project status to stakeholders. The correct answer is A, that the WBS represents the project's deliverables and the required tasks to complete them. The WBS is a hierarchical decomposition of the project deliverables into smaller, manageable components, with each component representing a key deliverable or work package necessary for project completion. Let's review the key points covered in this part. We discussed the differences between a change control board and a project sponsor, reasons for updating a stakeholder register, processes for reviewing project performance, and considerations for communication requirements. We also covered handling project issues, measuring project performance with EVM, understanding lags in scheduling, steps in risk management, managing cost impacts, and the work breakdown structure. Thank you very much for watching this video series on challenging PMP exam questions. We hope these insights help you in your journey to becoming a certified project management professional. Good luck with your exam preparation.